everyone. Welcome back to Presley Mania. My name is Rhonda. If this is your first time to check out my channel, thank you for joining us. I hope that you will get involved with what we're talking about today. Feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on the content that I'm going to be talking about. I want to thank a friend of mine who sent me this article from Tony Ortega and the Underground Bunker. It's about Lisa and the FBI. I'm going to be talking, I'm going to read the article to you, but I'm also going to be spending some time talking about the last item that is in this article. I went to the FBI vault and I pulled all of the files that have been released so far. Tony references in his article that they have made files available from the years 94 to 2001, and it says the first part of its files. So I am guessing that there must be more. So I know it is not uncommon for celebrities and people in positions of authority in the government and that type of thing to have the FBI looking into different kinds of threats made against them. So it's not surprising to me that Lisa had some of these threats, but it is interesting that in every one of these 4 cases, no one was ever prosecuted. So let's get into it a little bit and let's talk about the first one that happened in 1994. Lisa was dealing with quite a few lunatics, and they called in threatening messages or they were writing scary letters, and the FBI looked into all of it. And during those years, Tony goes on to say that they didn't notice any references to the church in the documents that the FBI has made available. I didn't either, but on the last document that we're going to talk about, there is some church mentioned. It doesn't specifically say which one because that's been redacted, but I found that a little odd. Okay, so let's talk about the first one. The first item in chronological order was a series of telephone threats that were made in December 1994, and Lisa had married Michael Jackson that May. The file contains these notes of a call, and parts of it are redacted. So someone called to say that if she doesn't get a call from Lisa Marie and somebody else, she's going to bomb Lisa Marie, and to tell Michael Jackson that if he doesn't leave Lisa Marie all of his property, then they will be bombing him. And the caller turned out to be a woman from Albuquerque, and when the FBI interviewed her, it turned out she had a loose grip on reality. No kidding. Apparently, this woman thought she was engaged to Donald Trump. She had made repeated calls to the Queen of England. She had made repeated calls to Lisa Marie, apparently Donald Trump too, I don't know. And she had reportedly been violent with her landlord, but she wasn't prosecuted. Okay, well, she may have had something not quite right mentally with her, but she had been violent to her landlord, and yet they did nothing. She wasn't prosecuted. Okay. The next incident involved a man from Dallas, oh, my neck of the woods, yippee, who, over a period of time from September 1994 to December 1995, so well over a year, sent letters and gifts for Lisa to Graceland, and then became threatening when he wasn't getting what he wanted. Oh. A notation from December 27, 1995 at Graceland indicated that he said that Lisa's marriage was his business and that on his next trip to Los Angeles, he would kill Lisa. The FBI found that the man did have a criminal record. They met with him in Dallas and told him to stop sending threats. The man claimed that he was harmless and he wasn't prosecuted. Well, I don't know what seems harmless about someone threatening to kill someone else. That doesn't seem harmless to me. And again, they let him go. No prosecution, nothing. Just, I won't do it again. Okay, you're free to go. I don't get it. In June 1996, Lisa was mailed a handwritten note. This is another one. I am a very devout person. Okay. Which I hope you are too, as certainly your dad was too. I'm suggesting you give, and it's redacted, and I'm thinking it's a certain amount of money, to important charities, and she lists one that she thinks she should give to. It was a relief organization, and it helped starving children. Please get this publicized so no one will kidnap one or both of your children for ransom. That would devastate you. Remember, that would leave X amount of dollars for you and your children. That is plenty of money. God would truly love you for doing this. He loves his suffering children. I love you too, sincerely. Okay, well, I don't think I know that God wouldn't agree with her, threatening to have Lisa Marie's children kidnapped or trying to get money given to charities just because she felt like that's what she was supposed to do. And how did she have information on Lisa Marie's bank account to know that it would be enough money for her to live on? And again, a screw was loose. I get it. I understand. But it goes on to say that the FBI confronted the woman a week later that had written the letter, and she expressed dismay at her letter being misinterpreted. Well, go figure. Oh, I didn't mean it. Oh, you misinterpreted? Oh, that's not what I meant. Well, it's certainly what you said. You said, please send the money so, your children won't be kidnapped. It should be noted that the woman admitted just having been released from an institution, and she appeared to be somewhat disoriented, and she wasn't prosecuted. Okay. Well, that one, in that case, I think something should have been done, but still, you're dealing with people who aren't quite right, but it still does it make them any less dangerous? Okay, the last one is the one that I found very intriguing. Okay, so we're going to get into it, and then I'm going to talk to you about what I think of it. The last item in the file is in regard to something an informant told Graceland Security. Someone told someone at Graceland that he had been paid to have Lisa Marie Presley killed. This person was also a licensed Elvis Presley fan club owner and is described by another redacted person as psychotic and extremely mentally unstable. This person was a fanatical supporter of the fact that Lisa Marie Presley is not the real daughter of Elvis Presley, but that, and it lists someone else, is Presley's true daughter. And this person had gradually come to believe in the theory that this other person is Presley's daughter. And the person had also contacted the Memphis FBI office on numerous occasions to rant on and on about being the true Presley daughter. The FBI contacted the woman who did in fact believe that she was the actual Lisa Marie and daughter to Elvis Presley, but she denied ever telling anyone that she had hired someone to kill Lisa. She was not prosecuted. Okay. I want to talk about this. Okay. ABC News on December 1st, 2011, released an article about who I think is the person the FBI was talking to. And when I go back through the FBI files, I think you guys will agree with me. Okay, so this is 10 years after she threatened or supposedly paid someone to have Lisa Marie murdered. Okay? So that happened in 2001. So on December 1st, 2011, ABC News releases this. A Swedish woman who claims she is Lisa Marie Presley and even wrote a book about her ordeal filed suit against the King of Rock and Roll's estate for libel and emotional damages she claims she suffered after she received a scathing letter from the Presley's lawyer. Lisa Johansson filed suit in U.S. District Court last week seeking $130 million for libel and emotional damages. One need look at little more than the description of her ludicrous tone on Amazon to recognize that, at best, Lisa Johansson is delusional. Hollywood attorney Marty Singer wrote on behalf of the Presley estate. Do y'all recognize that name? Marty Singer? He is Priscilla's lawyer on the case in California against Bridget Cruz. So he has been, obviously, if this was 2011, involved with the Presleys for quite some time. Okay. Johansson published a memoir called I, Lisa Marie, the true story of Elvis Presley's real daughter in 1998. Dazed by grief over the sudden death of her famous father, the young girl is whisked from her life in America to the obscurity of a comfortable exile in Scandinavia. It is for her own safety that she must assume a new identity until she comes of age to take her rightful place as the sole heir of a huge estate, reads a description of the book. Lisa Marie, also known as Lisa Johansson Presley, has been known to certain members of the Presley family ever since she began making the strange claim many years ago that she was Lisa Marie Presley, Singer wrote. He said the family remained intent on taking the high road despite Johansson's behavior. Singer wrote of several bizarre instances involving Johansson, including the time when she tricked staff into letting her into restricted areas of Graceland. She fled when a security alarm rang, Singer wrote, adding that she was later seen on surveillance video after removing items from the property. A representative from Graceland declined to comment on the suit. Okay, that was 10 years after the FBI looked into the threats against Lisa. So I think it's very plausible that this was Lisa Johansson. There are in these files, this is just the stack on this particular part of the FBI files. It says that, and the date isn't on here, well, I'm guessing it's June 20th, that the FBI office was contacted by the head of security for Lisa Marie Presley and provided the following information. So, anyway, he was told that basically someone had threatened to kill her, and that this person is also a licensed Elvis Presley fan club owner and is described to be psychotic, extremely mentally unstable. All right, and this person that was hired to kill Lisa believed that Lisa Johansson was really Elvis's daughter and not Lisa Marie. Well, you I don't know how anybody could look at Lisa Marie Presley and not think that she was Elvis Presley's daughter. I mean, she's the spitting image of her daddy. So I don't think that has a leg to stand on. But what I wanted to tell y'all, do you remember in 2001 when Lisa um, was doing the dedication of Presley Place and she was opening it up in Memphis? This death threat was going on at this time. And apparently the FBI took it so seriously that there was SWAT there, FBI, police. They were all watching and looking and protecting Lisa to make sure nothing happened to her. So they did take this one seriously. But yet nobody was ever prosecuted. You think something that scary and dangerous, that something would have been done about it. It doesn't make, I don't understand this. It doesn't make any sense. But they interviewed Lisa Johansson, or who I think is Lisa Johansson. And I wanted to read to you what she had to say. Let me get a drink of water. I'm still dealing with throat issues here, so hang on. Okay, so she was interviewed and she denied any knowledge of a threat to kill Lisa Marie Presley, and this is the actual FBI files I'm reading from. She denied any knowledge of something, but provided a photograph of someone that she said drove a truck of books to Memphis for her in August. So apparently, the person who drove the books in August to Memphis was the one that she supposedly hired to kill Lisa. And there's an interview of him as well. There were, let's see. Says on July 5th of 2001, she was interviewed and denied hiring anyone to kill Lisa Marie Presley. I already said that. She denied making any threats against Lisa Marie Presley, including such remarks as Lisa Marie needs to be eliminated. And she additionally denied knowing anyone named whoever it was that apparently she wanted to kill. But isn't that weird that she provided a photograph of the person, but she didn't know? Okay, that's weird. She advised that in August, she hired this person to drive a truckload of Lisa Marie books from Austin to Memphis for a press conference. And said once in Memphis, this person acted as the bodyguard for her. And she says whom this Lisa Johansson claims to be the real Lisa Marie Presley. Okay, so I get this is probably hard for you guys to follow because so much of this is redacted. So let me just explain. So she hires this guy to drive a truckload of books from Houston to Memphis for a press conference, but she doesn't know what his name is, but she has a photograph of him, and she had also hired him to be her bodyguard because she believes she's the real Lisa Marie, and obviously she does because 10 years later she files a suit against Graceland claiming to be the real Lisa Marie Presley. A few days later, she rode back to Austin in the truck with this person and the unsold books. She stated that this man remained in Austin for a while, and he attended Austin Community College. He did no additional work for her. And he returned to Austin for a short period in the spring, and then they both returned to Houston. And she hasn't spoken to him since. And she perceives this allegation as a continuing example of harassment by the, and it's blank, but I'm guessing she means by Elvis Presley Enterprises and the Presley family. You think? um, let's see. On July 9th of 2001, she was contacted and she was unable to provide any identifying information. Oh, wait. This is the guy that drove the truck. My apologies. Okay, so on July 9th, 2001, the guy who drove the truck was contacted. And he was unable to provide any identifying information on, I'm guessing, Lisa Johansson. He said he remembered, I guess, her from the trip to Memphis in August, but could not recall the last name. His last name, it says. Okay, let's rewind. I'm so sorry, but this is so confusing. I have read this no less than 3 times, and now I'm still trying to make heads and tails out of it. So maybe it was her. So it's Lisa Johansson. Y'all, I'm so sorry. Lisa Johansson, July 9th, 2001, was contacted and was unable to provide any identifying information on this person. She couldn't recall the last name, and that he had been hired to drive the truck of books from Memphis based on the recommendation of a moving company whose name, it keeps saying he cannot recall. So I'm thinking there's a mistake. I'm thinking this is the trucker. So the trucker couldn't remember her last name, but yet he remembered doing the job. Okay. So apparently Lisa Johansson was contacted again on July 9th of 2001 in an attempt to identify the guy that drove the truck and apparently was had been hired to kill Lisa. And she stated that she became aware of this person and it's redacted. But she remembered the person, but she couldn't remember the full name, okay, on a letter that she supposedly received. She stated that she had a photograph of herself and this person taken in Memphis in August. She provided the photograph, which was copied and sent to Memphis by email. She additionally advised that someone else who lives in the same area of Houston, Texas, telephone number is described as follows. Austin's assessment of the credibility of the threat is very low due to the extensive contact this person has had with the FBI and local law enforcement during the past 2 years. Therefore, additional investigation will be held in abeyance unless requested by Memphis. Okay, so they just thought she was basically crazy. Which maybe she is off her rocker, thinking she's Lisa Marie. But all that being said, the FBI has files on it. They did nothing. They thought it was serious enough to have SWAT there, FBI there, and the police when Lisa Marie was opening up Presley Place. So, why would you not do something? And who made that call? Did they go back to Lisa Marie and Elvis Presley Enterprises and they said, just leave her alone? Well, she didn't go away. It's 10 years later, she slaps a lawsuit on him that she didn't win. So, this Lisa Johansson goes on, the FBI continues and says that she believes they were harassing her because she helped produce a book, I, Lisa Marie, that claims she's the real Lisa Marie Presley. and the claim is a threat to, and that's been redacted, but I'm guessing to Lisa Marie and Elvis Presley Enterprises, because they control the imposter and through her the vast assets of the Presley estate. There is so much to this. There is more to it. I'm thinking that I'm going to try to do, we may go into it some more if y'all are interested in it. I can try to get through the rest of this here really quickly. This girl says that the book didn't sell well, and that she could provide DNA evidence to prove her claim. And she said soon after the publication of the book, she began to be harassed. And I'm guessing it's redacted by Elvis Presley Enterprises, I'm sure. And she said the more vocal and visible she became, the more she was harassed. She maintains that the imposter Lisa Marie Presley and the assets of the Presley estate are under the control of, and it's redacted, and that they are very concerned that they will lose control of the assets if this Lisa Johansson is successful in establishing, and it's redacted, but I'm proving her identity to the Presley estate. It says, it's redacted, but it says there have been related various acts of vandalism against her, against Lisa Johansson, that she attributes to unidentified people. It's redacted, but I don't know who she thinks it is. And she said that there had been 3 police drug raids on her home during the last 18 months based on anonymous telephone calls to the Austin Police Department. And she also described how unknown persons have rendered her cell phones useless by jamming them with hundreds of incoming calls. There's a whole lot more to this. She says that she has found there have been decapitated possums left in her yard that she attributes as a calling card from, I don't know, it's redacted, but I'm guessing a mafia group or somebody, that she has found rats in her garage, more possums in her garage. I don't know. I don't know if maybe she's just not a very clean person and the rats are getting in, or if she just lives in a bad part and the rats are getting in, or, if she truly believes that somebody is doing this, or maybe somebody is. But I don't think that it certainly is Elvis Presley Enterprises or anyone associated with Lisa Marie. But it is interesting. It's wacky. It's crazy. But Lisa Marie was dealing with all of this, along with her marriage failing, and her marriage to Michael Jackson that ended up failing. Lisa was human, and she had a lot of things going on in her life. And I don't think that we really stop and take a good look at what all she went through. A lot of times people seem to think that, well, she was Elvis's daughter, she had money, she had it made, she had an easy life. No, she did not. No, she did not. She was constantly under the microscope. She was being criticized for her weight. She was, it's not easy being in the spotlight. Not at all. And you put yourself out there, and the more you put yourself out there, the more criticized you tend to get. And Lisa certainly experienced this. I want to talk more about her and the things that she went through and the book. I don't think enough attention has been given to Lisa. I feel like a lot of things with her book have been glossed over. I know I've said that before, But she deserves her moment in the sun. And I don't feel like she's gotten it. You know, as soon as it was announced that her book was coming out, Priscilla comes out and says that she's going to release a new book. Every single time Lisa has a moment to shine, she gets pushed to the side. You know, just like the book tour. She's in Memphis. Riley's in Memphis to talk about her book, and Priscilla shows up. And the one place that Lisa Marie would have wanted to have that book tour happen, and it wasn't the only place they did it, but that was probably the most important one to her. Priscilla shows up. And I feel like that was done on purpose, you know, to deflect what was in the book. And I think we need to give Lisa Marie her due. We certainly need to give Elvis his due. And I'm going to try to focus on that. Like I've told you many times, my channel is about protecting the legacy of Elvis Presley and Lisa Marie. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring the facts of things that I find. Like this article, I wanted to not just take his word for it, but I wanted to pull them for myself so that I could see if what he said was truthful, and it was, and if I agreed with it, and pretty much I do. I don't understand why they wouldn't prosecute some of these people, because some of them seem pretty shady in my opinion. So until next time, remember, you only get one shot at this life, so live each day to the fullest, because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not done so and you liked what you saw, please subscribe to my channel. Be sure and hit that bell, and it will notify you every time I have a new show that's uploaded. Talk to you all later. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.